Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am the Juice Mama and I am here this morning on Memorial Day to teach you a few of my favorite juices, and I just wanted to welcome each and every one of you back, and I just want to give you a little rundown on what kind of juicer I use and why I choose a slow juicer over a high-speed juicer. I mean, they all work. None of them are any good if you don't use them. Same as knowledge. That is part of why I'm here, is to share some of my knowledge and teach a little bit about what I've learned through juicing and how I have healed myself naturally through juicing. So today I want to start out with one of the most basic juices there is, the juice that healed me. It's the main juice that I used. It was carrot and apple. So I have some juices already prepared, vegetables and fruits already prepared. I have them all cut up here to save a little time. Before I get started though, I want to show you my juicer. This is my juicer that I use. It's not the one I started out with years ago, but this is the one I use now. This is a slow juicer. This is the Omega Vert, and it has inside of it, we have a wiper blade. Inside the wiper blade is a basket, a strainer, and inside of that we have an auger. It's really a simple juicer as far as when you are putting it together, cleaning it. It really doesn't take a lot of time. So you just plop the strainer basket down in there. Excuse me, not the strainer basket, but the wiper blade. And then this is the strainer. They actually sell different meshes, different size mesh, in case you want more pulp in your juice. I personally like mine as pulp free as possible, but sometimes it comes out a little thicker, and when it does, you can use a little small strainer like this to put over your glass to strain out any extra pulp that make it through. And then this is the auger. This is what actually grinds the juice up into the juice that, and it actually grinds it up into what we get as a result in the end. Then you just put the top piece back on, and I also have a plunger here that you can use to push the juices down, the fruits down into the machine whenever you go to use it. I love this machine because it has, for several different reasons, it has a reverse on it. So when the juices get a little bogged down, turn it on, that's forward. And so in case your juices get bogged down in this machine, it has a reverse, which rotates the auger a different direction, pushes the vegetables or fruits back up, and then you can put it back in forward, and it kind of unclogs it. So that's what I love about this machine, is it has a reverse on it. It's fairly quiet. It's not a real loud machine. These cost about, I'm thinking we paid around $2.50 for this machine on discountjuicers.com. That's who we bought this through. You can find them on Amazon for about the same price, I believe now. This is the one I use. Excuse me. I started out with a Jack LaLanne. It's a high-speed juicer that has a basket inside and some blades. That is it's a high-speed centrifugal juicer that spins in a circle that chops up your juice, and it spits out the pulp out the back. This one has two different parts on the front, where this side the pulp comes out, this side the juice comes out. So I'm going to give you a little demonstration now of how I make my carrot and apple. And the reason the carrot and apple is so good for you is the carrot has almost the identical molecular structure of the human blood, and so it really is a wonderful healer of the blood. And then the apple, it has the digestive enzymes and just tons of nutrients, so it's really good for digesting everything. So the two mixed together make a awesome healing juice, and this is the juice that I used to heal my cancer. So I'm going to give you a little demonstration of how to use this machine. So I just turn it on. Take out the plunger because I'm not going to need it because I cut up my vegetables already. So I'm just going to drop the carrots in here. And as you can see, already it's starting to make the pulp come out one side, the juice is coming out the other. And so I'm just going to continue to do that. And I'm going to use about 8 carrots to 1 apple. So you see here. Oops, excuse me. This light behind me is probably a little distracting. I'll try to angle my camera to where it doesn't interfere so much. Let's see if I can prop this up. There we go. That works. So I'm going to put in some apple now. And as you see, the carrot, it just comes out in a very fine granular pulp. You could use it to feed your chickens. My dogs love to eat it. I also have made dog biscuits out of it. You could use it in recipes as well if you wanted to do so, but I generally toss mine into my compost or give it to the chickens. And the chickens love it. So I'm going to continue to put my apple in. And as you see, it's starting to come out. I put in the whole thing. I put in the peeling. I put in the seeds and all. And it just goes down into that auger, crushes everything up, and the juice comes out this side, and all the pulp comes out this side. So as you continue to do that, you just rotate the two. Rotate between the carrot and the apple. Put a few more carrots in here. Now I generally choose the kind of apple that I like to taste. If you like sour apples, you can go with the Granny Smith. I love the Honey Crisp or the Pink Ladies. Sometimes I choose based on what they have on sale at the time at the grocery store. I try to buy organic. Lots of times I like to go to the farmer's market and buy my fruits and vegetables there if I can. But generally I shop at our local food line and get my stuff there. I'm going to continue putting in a few more apple slices. When I buy my apples, I bring them home and I soak them in some vinegar and water in the sink to get any of the wax residue off. And I let them soak for a little while. And just scrub any stickers or anything like that off of them. You don't have to, because it's all going to come out on this end, stickers or whatever, but I kind of like to get all that stuff off of my fruits and vegetables before I juice them. So as you can see, I've got my juice here. Let it run one more cycle, put in another apple, kind of cleanse the machine. It helps get all that carrot out. Use up the last of the apples I have here. And I just love this machine because it's just a really good juicing machine for leafy greens and stuff like that. You can actually juice wheatgrass in this machine. So a lot of the high-speed juicers sling a lot of the grasses and leafy vegetables out the back, and you don't get as much juice from them. So that's why a slow juicer is better for those type of juicing. So here I'm going to pour. I'm going to put that down there. I've already spilled a little bit of it. There you go. That's about 8 ounces, I believe. This is what this glass holds. So here you can see. I'll get my camera angle just right. There you can see the wonderful colors. I'm trying to see if I can get the coloring to show up. There you go. But it's a beautiful, beautiful orange, and it's full of nutritional value. And you can see this slow juicer, there's not much foam from it, which I love. The foam makes it hard to drink. Lots of times I'll strain the foam off. There is nothing better than carrot and apple. Okay, so if you haven't ever had this, you're gonna love it. This juicer here, I get a little bit of pulp in it, and so lots of times I'll strain it off a little bit. Excuse me. Strain off some of that juice. Now, any extra juice that I have, I'll take some of these old milk bottles I have. I love my glassware, so I'll take this and I'll just pour the extra in there. And I will put this back under here. Actually, I'm going to use a fresh glass instead. Okay. So I always store my juices in glass, because if you use plastic, it's going to leach. The plastic has all kinds of bad toxins in it, and so I always use glass. You can use mason jars, you can use whatever you have, as long as it's glass. You don't have to worry about the toxins getting into your juices. Now, generally, I like to juice my stuff as I drink it, because you lose a lot of nutritional value from it if you store it. But if I'm working, if I go out and I work outside the house, as I do occasionally, I'll make up several quart jars of juice, and I'll put I'll use them like canning jars, and I'll put them in my cooler bag, and I'll put my ice and everything in there, and I'll take it with me that way. And that way I'll have my juices throughout the day. I love to juice my vegetables in the morning, and lots of times I'll juice my if I'm gonna have fruits, I'll either juice them or eat them in the afternoons. Now on to the the other juice that I'm going to teach you today is one of my favorites, and it is the watermelon and grapes. I'm going to empty out my pulp. Now you see all this pulp. That's what I made this with. So you can see why we juice, because if we did not juice, our bodies would have to digest all of this, and that would take a lot of extra energy for our bodies to digest that, and you don't want to compromise your immune system by wearing yourself down by digesting all of that. So we got the same thing right here, pre-digested in a juice, and so it goes almost immediately into your bloodstream. From what I've read, that the juice goes into your bloodstream as fast as alcohol. Almost within minutes, you have the benefits of the juice and all the nutrients going straight into your bloodstream. So you're going to be gaining all this energy from your juice almost instantly without having to wait for your body to digest it. So I'm going to prop my camera up here again, and I'm going to show you my next favorite juice, and this is watermelon. I've already cut up a few pieces here. I went down to the local store this morning and I got me one of these little small watermelons and cut it up, and it is delicious. Now the thing about watermelons is we all love watermelons, especially around the 4th of July, Memorial Day weekend, as it is today. Everybody is going to be having watermelon, and who doesn't love it? I mean, I love it. It's a delicious fruit. But when we juice this, we're going to not just be juicing the red part. We're going to juice the rind, which is full of the chlorophyll. The rind, we're going to be getting all the benefits from that concentrated chlorophyll. The white part is full of vitamin B complex and vitamin C. Now this watermelon doesn't have the seeds. This one, it's a seedless. I mean, it has the little tiny white ones. But when we juice this, we're going to juice all of this, because even the seeds get crushed up in here, and you're going to get some juice from that as well. And the seeds have proteins in it as well. So let's start the demonstration of the watermelon and grapes. And grapes, I always get these big fat purple grapes. I love them. Now I don't care if they have seeds in them either, because the seeds are going to get extracted and pushed out into the pulp side. So we're just going to juice a handful of the watermelon. Let me move this camera around. Let's pop it up where you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm just dropping them in, the little pieces of watermelon. You already see the juice coming out. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of a demonstration here, comparison rather, of this is the juice with the rind and the white with everything in it. Kind of a softer pink color. Now if we take And we cut off the red. And we juice that. Just the red part. You're only going to be getting about 5% of the nutritional value of the watermelon. So, I'll continue to put a few more pieces in here just to give you a little example of it. Now this is what we love to eat. This is usually what all we ever eat. We've always been told that if you eat the rind and the white part, it'll give you a tummy ache, and it will. But when you juice it, you don't have to worry about that. It's not going to give you a tummy ache. Okay. So you see the difference? This is pretty much is sweetened mineral water. This is the purest form of mineral water right here, with all the nutrients as well. But you're not getting the same nutrients that you would if you juice the rind and the white part. And that's a huge, huge difference. Because when you juice the whole watermelon, you're getting 100% of the nutritional value of it. So I'm going to dump that in there. I'm going to continue juicing some of the watermelon. These rind pieces that I cut off. And I'm going to toss in some grapes. And this makes the most delicious juice. When I make this and I have company in the past, this gets drank really quick. I mean, everybody loves it. So you don't have to worry about going out and buying seedless watermelon or seedless grapes. You just buy the darkest green one you can find with the biggest white spot on it. I mean, everybody loves watermelon this time of year. I went this morning to get a watermelon because the watermelon I had turned out it wasn't good, and so they gave me another watermelon. They gave me a couple of them actually, but I always buy one with the biggest white spot. That means that it has laid on the ground the longest and soaked up all those nutrients from the ground and the rain and the sunshine and all this. The darker the watermelon, the better it's going to be for you, because it has all that concentrated chlorophyll. So just continue putting in a few more grapes. When I buy grapes, I generally look for grapes that have the greenest stem. That way they're the freshest. Lots of times you go into a store and the stems will be all brown and shriveled up, and you don't want those because those are the oldest. So you always buy the ones that have the greenest stems. And generally speaking, I juice my stems as well, because that's more nutrients, and it's perfectly fine. It's not going to hurt you. And so you can see here's the pulp coming out. I have to stop it because my glass is going to overflow here. Put this down. My cameraman quit me. Not really, I'm joking. Okay, so here we have a huge glass, almost overflowing, of, trying to get the lighting, of carrot and watermelon. Excuse me, I said that wrong. Of watermelon and grapes. I tell you what, everybody has to try that. This is my favorite. I created this concoction. I didn't find it on some internet channel or web page. I just put those two together and fell in love with it. And I have been making that every summer. That is my favorite drink. So what I do is I will juice up my whole watermelon, and I'll put it in a big pitcher, and I'll put some saran wrap over the top, and it stores really well, and it is so refreshing. It has a lot of refreshing qualities. It's very light. It's not a heavy juice, and so I'm gonna take me another sip. It's really, really good. So there you have it. Two of my favorite juices: apple and carrot. Apple and carrot. And then watermelon and grape. Really, really delicious juices. I highly advise you to try both of these for healthier, better you. Y'all have a happy Memorial Day and stay safe. Thank you again for coming and checking out me, the Juice Mama. I said yesterday in my introduction, I referred to myself as the Juice Lady. Either one, whatever. They're one and the same. I am the Juice Lady. I am the Juice Mama. So, y'all have a happy Memorial Day weekend, and I will be back with you the next day with some more juicing recipes. Take care. Bye-bye.